Hi guys, this is Jessica with Libra Scales TV, and today we are going to touch on how we cannot judge each other. Okay, first of all, before I go into this, you guys might automatically or might be asking yourself, like, why did she just hop on screen like this? Like, why? This was supposed to been happen, okay? Because for my spiritual people, when I read my birth chart, I already knew what I was supposed to be doing, but I let every single freaking thing that possibly could hold me back hold me back. And my ancestors ain't whispering no more, they screaming. Okay, so I'm supposed to be giving out this information. This is what I'm supposed to be doing with my life, and I can't let fear or anything else hold me back, because for my spiritual people that understand, I ain't trying to come back here. Okay, so let's get this show on the road. Okay, so what we need to do, and what I'm going to do, is, like, I do mess with Christians, I do play with y'all, you know, it's funny because you guys are so easy to get to, right? But what we need to learn how to do is respect each other. The spiritual people need to respect the Christians, and the Christians need to respect the spiritual people. Like, you are not. Everybody in this world isn't meant to be a Christian. Everybody in this world isn't meant to be a Buddhist. Everybody in this world, like, we all have different paths, okay? So for you to demonize the next person for what they believe in, even myself, I'm talking to myself as well, okay? That makes you no better than the next person. Okay? So yeah, we can crack little jokes. I mean, I just put up one last night. You know, I heard it was funny, it was a TikTok, and I did it. Okay, whatever. And that's how I feel. But I'm not going to argue with a Christian, because what people don't understand is certain religions can make you a better person, okay? Even though at the end of the day, that should tell you that it was all in you. The reason why you got that job was because you put in the applications, you showed up to the interview, and you said what you were supposed to say. But then when you go home, you give all the credit away. The reason you got that apartment is because you put in the application, and your credit was looking the way it was supposed to, and you had all the requirements. Then you go home and pray and give all your power away. Like, it's just, it's all you. And what Christianity does teach is that like, none of this happened because of you. None of it happened because of you. So that's one thing I don't agree with Christians. But what us spiritual people do need to understand, because it is frustrating, but maybe not all of us, but for me, I've been there. I was a full-blown Jehovah's Witness. I would argue you down about Jehovah and everything, and that's why I'm so passionate and so frustrated about it now, because I really had the organization's back, and it backfired in my face. So yeah, I can't, but you know, eventually you do have to come out of that. But if you're just so fearful to the point where you're not even going to check for yourself or for your family, or just to teach your kids the facts, because the reason why I had to give up Christianity or being a Jehovah's Witness is because I didn't know if this was real or not. So I'm not going to tell my kids, like, yeah, let's go every other day, and even though I don't know and we can't ask no questions, you guys, come on, put on your suits and dresses and let's get the hell out of here. No. I can't do that. I can't do that, because I'm like, I don't even know. Like, I don't even know what happened to the last security guard. So how am I going to tell my kids? How am I going to tell somebody else? It makes no sense. And I just wish that, and even not even when it comes to like the LGBTQIA, and yes, I am the B in LTB, all that. I'm the B in there. But at the same time, I'm old school. Like, Dave Chappelle was funny to me. So, but Christianity and spirituality to a certain extent discriminate against the LGBTQ. And I never discriminated against them. Some of the best parties that I've ever been to, the clubs, like my favorite club down where I live is a gay club. It's a gay bar with 2 dance floors, a swimming pool, and everything. I love that place. So, well, I haven't been since the pandemic, but whatever. So what I'm saying is I would kick it with them, but then at the same time, I would be like, but yeah, technically we're not supposed to be doing this. I'm not supposed to be messing with girls, and you're not supposed to be messing with guys, and you know what I'm saying? And it's like, I spoke to somebody before they passed away. Anyways, so I spoke to him before he passed away, and he told me, he was like, you're bi, right? And I was like, yeah. He was like, would you ever be with a bisexual man? And I was like, no. And he was like, okay, so you're bisexual, but you would never be with a bisexual man. He was like, can I ask you why? And I'm like, because, like, I don't want... Anyway, I would have to get graphic to finish that story. But anyways, I had to think about it. After he passed away, I had to think about it. And I was like, okay, no, I'm not attracted to bisexual men. But... like, he was basically trying to say that how are you gonna accept yourself and not accept another man as like that? And I'm like, okay, well, that comes down to preference as well, because my preference isn't that. So okay, but I had to think about it. And then he was like, you can't be pro-black if you don't accept the whole community. He was like, some of us are gay, some of us are bi, some of us are, you know what I mean? And then I was like, damn. He's like, even you're bi. He was like, you can't, it's kind of funny to see that you discriminate. And I had to check myself. I'm like, okay. He's like, that may not be your preference. He was like, but you can't look down on a man just because he's bi. And I'm like, touche, motherfucker, touche. So then maybe a month or so down the line, I come across something called Two Spirits, right? Forgot what I was watching. I'd be watching so much stuff. It was either between TikTok, YouTube, I don't know. But I was watching so much stuff, and and it made me get off and actually research it myself about Two Spirits. Now, I don't know if you've ever heard about Two Spirits, but Two Spirits are men that would dress as women. Most of the time, it was men that would dress as women, or vice versa. It was rarely ever vice versa, but it was the men that would dress as women, and sometimes they would live outside of the village. And when you needed spiritual advice, you would go to them, right? They weren't demonized. They weren't, looked at as anything funny. They were called two spirits. They called them two spirits, and that's where you go to get your wisdom. Now, from my experience, growing up, being bi, and interacting with the LGBTQ community, they have a different perspective of things. And I've gotten some of the best advice from gay males, mostly gay males. And like the women as well, they're very smart, but it's like they have a different kind of spirit, right? Then I was speaking with my friend, and he was saying, and I think at the time I still believed, I think we're just on some freaky shit. I don't think we're supposed to be doing this. So I was telling my friend, he was like, but at the same time, you believe that a spirit is a spirit, right? We are spirits having a human experience. And I'm like, yeah, of course. And so he's like, okay. He's like, that spirit, he was like, say for example, he's like, you're bi. So that spirit that's in you, whether it was going to be in a male or a female, it was going to be bi. Maybe if my spirit that's in me would have went into a male, who's to say I wouldn't be a gay male, preferably liking men, because I'm a bi female that preferably likes men, right? So if my spirit would have just happened to be in a little boy instead of a little girl, who's to say I wouldn't have been gay? You know? It goes a little deep. I don't know. I don't know. So it kind of made me think a little more like, damn, I didn't even think about that. Like, wow. So I'm thinking, and then when you think about it, the only people that are really demonizing them are like Christians and like religions. And so I'm like, well, damn, they were wrong about everything else. Right? I'm just like, I don't know. I've never had a problem with gay people. I love everybody. Like, I have some of the best times of my life at a gay club. I mean, liberated, like truly liberated. And then I didn't have to worry about nobody ghost riding the whip outside my car when I got out. Nobody disrespecting me and calling me a B because I don't want to give them my number. You know, like after the party was over, like everybody would just stand around and talk. And then they had tacos on the back balcony. I'm like, this is the life. I love kicking it with y'all. I can't even say y'all because I am y'all, you know? But anyways, Christianity totally destroys everything. But spiritual people, as far as the gay shit goes, I need to stop cussing. As long as the gay stuff goes, you guys need to chill out on that too. Because it's a couple of y'all that are homophobic. And you can't be pro-black but not like black homosexuals. It doesn't go that way. You have to love everybody. So that's on both ends of the spectrum. Moving on from there, Christianity. Stop telling people that there's nothing beyond us. Who are we? We could be like the lowest life form out there, and you like, there's no aliens, there's no reason for, I mean, well, Christians, I can't say all Christians, but for Jehovah's Witness Christians, y'all don't believe in no kind of form of any other life form other than yourself. And that's real arrogant. It's real arrogant to think that we're the only life form in this whole universe. I don't even think you guys realize how big the universe is. So yeah, we're not alone. Stop telling people that if they don't believe what you believe, they're gonna die, or that God doesn't love them. It's cruel. It's cruel, and it's not true. Period. Moving on. Stop telling people that even if you're innocent and you've never, like, I remember asking my mom, I was like, Mom, so they're like, okay, well, everybody on this planet's gonna have a chance to talk to Jehovah, and then if they don't accept Jehovah, then they'll be destroyed. I'm like, damn, even the kids? She's like, even the kids, everybody's gotta go, everybody's gotta perish. So you're telling me the old lady over there that always gives to charity, that's still a virgin, that's been a Christian her whole life, that truly believes in Jesus, right? That genuinely has a good heart, that's done good her whole life, given back to her community, everything, right? You gonna tell me if the Jehovah's Witnesses go to her door and they ask her, hey, do you want to accept this? And she's like, no, I'm cool with Jesus. She gonna die? Okay? Look, I think I have such a bias for Christians because of the way I was raised. I had to come out of a lot of hate as being a Jehovah's Witness, so-called Christian, okay? I had to really remove my hate for people. And I know I'm not alone. That's the sad part. So, I was on a video the other day, and I was triggered because first of all, I went to the topic and we weren't talking about what was on the topic. Like, that pisses me off. If we're not going to be talking about what the title says, I'm clicking off. Okay? I don't care. And if it's going to be a random talk, then say that so I can prepare myself. But whatever. So I go on and she's talking about how she was grateful for something that she had the right to be grateful for. I don't take that from her. But then she goes, yeah, because my God, you know how my God is a mighty God. And Buddha, I don't know who she was talking about, but I guess they were Buddhist or whatever. But she's like, Buddha's fat. Buddha couldn't even keep his weight under control. I'm not worshiping Buddha. And like, I'm sitting there watching the live and my eyes start going like this. Like, all I could say was, oh wow. Christian, right? Let me break down Buddha for you. My right hand man behind me? Yeah. The one with the Bantu knots. If I was to twirl each and every one of my locks up, it looked like that. Yeah, that's Black Buddha. Okay? Buddhists follow principles, virtues. And no matter whether you're a Buddhist or not, if you follow those principles and virtues, they will lead you on the right path. You don't have to be Buddhist to follow Buddhist principles. Okay? Now do your homework and find out what those principles are, because I have them written down right here. But what I want y'all to do is go look it up for yourself. But I'm going to give you little hints. This is a peace Buddha. This is peaceful. It's very peaceful. And at the same time, Buddha was black first. This is the Black Buddha. Okay? Now the fat Buddha that you were talking about, that we see in nail shops and restaurants and things, he's all about wealth and happiness. The reason why he's fat is because he represents wealth and abundance. Okay? Virtues. Different virtues. Do some research before you start bashing somebody else and their religion. Okay? It got under my skin, obviously, because that was like, what, a week ago? And I'm still talking about it. That really got under my skin. And I'm not even Buddhist. That's the cold part about it. But I respect, obviously, the virtues of Buddha, right? Ugh. Anyway, I believe that's all I had to say. Yeah, so I think we just need to go ahead and chill on each other. Chill out. Even myself. I'ma still make my little memes and TikToks about y'all. I don't care. I'ma still do it. It's funny, okay? But as far as the hate goes and just bashing people, and another thing, facts aren't hate. If I say something factual about you, I'm not hating on you. Okay? Now, lying, blatantly just flat out lying on another religion or person or whatever, that's different. But like XJWs, if you come on here, you're doing them wrong. No, I'm telling you about my experience in the organization, and it just so happens that these other thousands of people have the same experience. You think that's a coincidence? Anyways, this is Jessica with Libra Scales TV. Please tune in again. I will be back, you guys, and I appreciate each and every last subscriber I just got. I know I'm still in the little numbers, but y'all don't know how much that I appreciate you guys. Like, I really do. The comments you guys left, like, I appreciate you guys. I really do, and I'm still gonna do this. I'm here. I quit my job in May. I quit that bad boy. I gave him a good run. It was 4 years. I'm done. So this is where I'll be. This is my workspace from here on out. So I'm gonna be having more videos for you guys. So all right, check you guys later. Love ya.